Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. I needed to come on for a quick update because a lot has been happening today in the field on Sunday, European time speaking, and the party is well and truly on. So there's a post that comes with this, also read that, but basically a quick summary and some additional bits that come with this. So basically, we've cleared all the dark shadow beings and entities now from the planetary field and our field. Now, the residue is still lifting, okay? So let this lift, but we're basically blitzed here, okay? We're done. And everything is set for the Supernova of the Heart event. Everything is set for a Christmas to remember, and for us to remember our true reality and literally quantum leaping, jumping now to all new organic ascension earth realities. So the new Divine Creatrix Field, which we're going to be igniting in the call now today on the 19th at 9 p.m. UK time. Replay will also be available. These are all ways really quantum calls, activations, anything I do is recorded in no time. And even if you can't take part live and watch the replay and take part in the activation at a later point, I know that part of your multidimensional self will be part of the call tomorrow, or today. So thank you so much for everybody who's already signed up. It's working beautifully. I fixed the whole link thing. So when you sign up under the link, there is a link in the description box here underneath the video if you want to check that out and take part in the call or the replay, where we are going to be igniting the Supernova of the Heart event and the Organic Creatrix Field. Or at the very least, we will do our best, but I cannot see anything in the way of this happening. Now, we trigger this, okay, then we let go and leave it in the quantum field where it has already happened. But again, we're also here to make it happen, okay? We're here to believe in it, that we can, and that we came here to do this because we carry the keys and codes for new Ascension Earth. The sacred divine blueprints now fully igniting, okay? It's all lighting up literally like a Christmas tree. Everything is coming online. Our multidimensional DNA, the crystal bodies, our Crisis Saphira, Diamond Rainbow Plasma Aurora, light body and Merkaba vehicle, and that of the planet. And the diamond grid, the emerald heart grid, it's all coming online, everything. So yeah, I'm super excited. The field is very much alive and looks very diamondy and yeah, gold, diamond, white. So the Christ is very much and truly alive within us all, flowing through us, the Trinity wave, the tri-wave of the new grid current of new Ascension Earth. And we're literally just not going to switch on the visuals, okay? All the artificial overlays, all the holographic inserts are also posted about this, you know, how this really works, for people to understand this better, that we're literally looking at false realities. So it's fully dissolving. And this is very much connected to our heart opening, but it's also been very much, this whole process is I've been experiencing it from my own journey, also through the twin flame journey or divine counterparts. And really it's a path of divine love. So we're finding our way back to divine love, to our heart, opening this, healing our heart. And that's what's been happening. Also, check out, if you haven't yet, for my last live update 2 days ago and the one before, the activations on SoundCloud. The last one was really helping us heal and open the heart further at a personal, planetary and cosmic level to prepare us for tomorrow. So everything is really set. We now just have to sort of get rid of the physical manifestation. So it's literally the physical is just left now for us to take care of and let, again, the debris lift now. Yeah, so you can feel very tired from what has been going on today. And everybody who's been taking part consciously or subconsciously in these operations and missions, thank you so much. Amazing work, everybody. Truly, and especially the twin flames, again, it's truly the love between them that has enabled us to really also clear these last really deep in the trenches of the darkest depths of Earth and release them back to source. So, and again, because this is, so to say, nobody's been left behind, okay? Because, you know, also the shadow beings, you know, again, they've been released with a lot of love. And because all is part of creation and it's going back to the light. We're all returning to source, the source within, and very much a reality that is heaven on earth. It's literally merging heaven on earth. And it's matter and antimatter universe colliding and merging and birthing a whole new reality. And that's also connected to the masculine, feminine, the divine union, which is basically complete now. And it's just going to roll out in the physical as I see it. So amazing progress just over the last 2 days. And what I experienced again myself is this has also been part of the soul negative final entity release with the divine feminine fully dissolving, not dissolving as well, but fully surrendering to the divine masculine and to divine love. And he was ready to catch her and to hold the container for her to dissolve basically the standing quantum wave function of this false matrix reality to now fully rebirth through the cosmic womb a whole new reality. So this is happening at a big one consciousness level, the way I'm speaking. And I know sometimes the way I speak, you know, your higher self will get it. But I know it can sometimes sound a bit odd. Anyway, but that's just how I speak. So, and take what resonates always and leave the rest. But basically, she fully surrendered and has been fully been able now to return to her natural magnetism, which is returning the natural magnetism to Earth. And that is the return of the mother's supermagnetism. So basically, it's the whole shift within the magnetic field. It's connected to the pole shift because it's a shift between the masculine and feminine. So the feminine has been very much in their masculine, a lot of us. The masculine's more in their feminine in order to integrate the energies for us to come into the divine union with both of these energies within us and then birth the divine Christ child within the Holy Trinity, which is really the God source consciousness, the cosmic consciousness we're birthing. So it's as also the main purpose that the twin flames serve is polarity integration. So it is the balance of these polarities, and that's why they often mirror each other in, for example, you know, fear of abandonment or rejection, which is at the core of, you know, our separation wound, generally speaking. Okay, it's a collective wounds. It's all these collective themes and wounds and patterns, ancestral patterns, collective, you know, themes that they're clearing on behalf of all. And they're really anchoring the new divine relationship templates, which is at the core of everything, of all of our relations. But again, we need to also have this within in order to be in divine union with one another, okay, which is what we've been fine-tuning. So whether we've been doing this with partners together in the physical, whether that's maybe been a more energetic or telepathic exchange, or maybe the twin is not physically embodied and, you know, it's very much energetic, etheric affair, so to say. I do believe these relationships come in all sizes and shapes, just as any relationship does, but there's a core template, which is basically the way we relate. And the main issue has been this bipolar energies. And, you know, as we know with twin flames, often the push-pull, or what some call runner-chaser, which I don't really like. Or, you know, you have the victim-victimizer or narcissistic codependent. It's basically, it's this push-pull energy of that. For example, because we are afraid of abandonment, one person clings onto the other person because they're afraid to be abandoned or rejected, and the other person is running away as a kind of, you know, sort of, it's, what's it called? You know, before you can be rejected or abandoned, you're kind of doing it yourself. And it's the whole freeze, fight, flight response, because it's very much connected to really ancient wounds and traumas. It's like this whole, as I call it, spiritual PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, where we're just constantly, because of all these entity attacks also, and all kinds of attacks, throughout many lifetimes and been hunted down and killed, and for what we have carried, for why we are here, for the love we are, literally for our DNA, and the blueprints we hold and keys and codes. So that's what we had to transcend and heal. And there's been this really deep fear at the cellular level that's been released through the feminine now fully being able to relax, because the masculine is rising. Again, they're both one. All right. We're talking about energies, but I also play out in maybe relationships, that we are connected with in all kinds of ways and shapes and forms again. So, but what I've been seeing is that because she's been carrying a lot of electric masculine energy, in order to also, just because it was necessary, and just, again, it's both parties are always balancing each other out. So as one adjusts, the other one adjusts, and it's a quantum entanglement. So we're all connected. So it's never just one person doing anything, or one group. It's a whole co-creation. Again, it's a whole energetic dance. And they have been definitely dancing a lot and forth and back. And there have been this whole reset of how our energy fields are being set up, how we relate and connect and interchange energy with one another. That has happened, and again been led by the twin flames, as I've been shown, and I've also shared about this in previous videos. But basically, it's now we're sovereign in our own energy field. We're no longer having these cords and attachments hanging between one another constantly that suck on our energy, but it's like kind of more like a telepathic on-demand connection, and that's just very light. And we are going to be empowering each other and amplifying one another's energy instead of depleting it. Okay, because these are, again, it's part of the way we're interacting. There's no more push-pull. There's no more luck. There's no more fear. There are no more of the traumas and wounds in our energy field that had it all imbalanced, and the various distortions in our field from, I've written about it in so many ways, so I'm not going to go through all of this. It's done. Okay, the whole morphogenetic field is healing through that love they have for one another, and the masculine feminine energies are now perfectly balanced. And again, this is going out. This is divine union within, divine union without. This is ascension. It's done. Okay, because the energies have shifted. This is completing the pole shift, because the energy between the masculine and feminine have fully shifted now. That's completing what I said was happening on the 27th of November. Must have been. I'm pretty bad on time. But when the energetic pole shift was completed. Okay, and then I said, now the physical comes, and this is completing all of this. So another big focus right now is on the stabilization of that connection. So no more forth, back, no more push-pull, none of this. It's totally all within the 0 point field, because again, I've been going forth and back a bit as we do in our healing, expansion, contraction, and the different resets within the energy fields, where they now also share one unified energy field within that Trinity, as well as their own, and they have their own inner Holy Trinity. But what the twin flames are also here, especially the original twin flames, which are part of the core cosmic monad, which I was shown today, basically as the core cosmic monad is basically where all of the other soul groups spring from, okay, and that we're all connected to, all right? But it would be a set of basically 12, aka 24 plus 3, which is 27 individuals that carry that are here on the planet right now, that are carrying that blueprint for the cosmic monad, and they're carrying the new indigo 4 type blueprint, which is the 72 strands triple helix DNA, which is a triple diamond sun body, which is what is activating and which is what is enabling the new divine creatrix field to come online, which is what is unifying all realities, all dimensions, all universes, all timelines as one. All right, again, what has not been done before. So it's beyond, what has been accessible before. And again, it's an ancient future that we're constantly co-creating, but it's also been predetermined, and it's always been there. It's both ends. So we're walking the path, but we're making it happen as we walk it. And we are getting now the navigational, tips, instruction sets, each one unique for us, what we should do from one now moment to the next, as long as we are tuned in And, you know, it will be revealed to us when we need to know it. And that's why it's so important to be really tuned into your inner guidance and your inner knowing and, you know, what you're supposed to do. So anyway, join us in the call if you like. It's going to be epic, I feel. Let's make the magic happen. I'm very excited. So thank you so much for everyone who's taking part, live or remotely, so to say. And again, we're doing this on behalf of all, so nobody's missing out either. Okay, if you can't make a donation at this point, please send me an email. I will send you the details. Okay, it's no problem. All right, but I would really appreciate the support back. All right, and if anyone else wants to support me with a donation, otherwise the details are also below. So thank you so much for doing that. Again, it's also a way just of energetic exchange to help me, support me, being able to do everything I do. And do my part. So, and thank you for doing yours. We're doing amazing work. So I'm very excited. So all of this is also part of the dark matter and Russia body corrections that have completed, which shifts our energy field as well, which is, again, we've been sucking on one another's energy field where we should be sending out. And that's what's happening now. It's a total shift. And that's also part of the pole shift. That's the shift between the masculine and feminine energies. And finally, she can surrender. Okay. And we're back home. Hallelujah. So I'm happy. It's done. I'm going to have fun now. I'm ready for a holiday. I can tell you that much. And this is going to be a Christmas to remember. I have been getting that again and again as a message. So I feel really this whole week's really filled with fireworks and surprises. And the miracles that I predicted so far have been much more definitely on a supernatural level, but I have to say that the healing abilities mine have really amplified, like the way my daughter healed super quickly, literally within a day. She looked like she didn't fall into her face. The bird, you know, what I'm doing planetary wide, and that's the thing, as we heal our own morphogenetic field and all of this, we're healing the whole planet, and that's what's happened. It's done. It's done. It's basically already done, and it's just settling in. And we're now fully igniting this, okay? Let's ignite the grids. Let's make it happen. All right, so no more. And also this is our energy field shift. This is basically what was at the core of the whole energy siphoning system as I was shown. So this is what gets rid of it totally, you know, so we haven't done it in the structural architecture level, in the you know, planetary system. You know, what I've often chatted about as well over the last 2 years. And now, basically, we're getting to the core, which is, again, at the consciousness level, the way we're interacting with one another and where we are, you know, push, pull, and kind of, you know, don't have a fully sovereign energy field, aka consciousness, because it's all interconnected. It's the same with, like, let's say, aging and disease. It's all connected to consciousness. Once the consciousness is corrected, the matter corrects itself. So again, the dark matter body template, the Russia body is what is basically consciousness, then gives the instruction sets to the meta world on how to manifest. So that's what's shape-shifting. Okay, as our consciousness totally shapeshifts, which is completing with the supernova of the heart event, or with some call the solar flash. I see it as this whole cosmic and collective heart awakening that we're making happen as we are opening and healing our hearts consciously. Okay, so there's something we can do about it actively and not just waiting for something to happen to us. All right, so it's both ends, we let it go, but we do our best, you know, we point the arrow and then the rest is up to source. But I really feel everything I've worked for forever is concluding and completing right now. So yeah, so I feel very good and very confident about this. But again, in the end, it's up to source, okay, which is us, all as one field. So again, let's own our power. We're stepping up. We are the co-creators of this. And this is another thing. We need to get to that point of saying, oh, wow, we have co-created all of this. So now we get to change it. That's exactly where we're at. But we can only do this as we're taking full responsibility for having co-created this and no longer point the fingers at any fallen angelics or cabal, where they have played their role, of course. And everybody's been seen to, depending on their choices made, okay? But don't worry about this because you don't want to be focusing on them, because where we're going, a lot of them are just disappeared, literally. Because they're never existed in the first place, because we're going to an ancient future where none of this has ever happened, or as if. Okay, but it's a total timeline shift, and we're completing this now. This is also connected to the Lion Stargate, fully now healed, completed. Right now, as I'm recording this, we're supposedly right in the middle of this galactic center alignment. So I'm tuning into the energies. It's funny how the video aligned and me recording it at this time. But anyway, it's all, you know, I see all of this more symbolic. Again, I get certain things shown, and I may collide with certain, you know, other collective dates, because there is always a collective focus. So never mind, you know, what anybody thinks about it. If everybody's focus is there, the collective consciousness focus is there, and that's what we're tuning into. And plus, obviously, the whole Stargate system is aligned now. So the Lion Stargate, because this is all connected to how the whole galactic war history started. And it's connected to the original tribes. So those 12, okay, or 13, the original tribes, the original star races that seeded through the Lion Stargate, through the cradle of Lyra, humanity. And it's about the genetic coding in our histories. And that's what we're reconnecting to. And I'm getting just tingles everywhere as I'm talking about this. So very exciting, okay? So our Lyran self fully activating now, our true memories of what has really happened, and we're healing all galactic wars, traumas over now. Quantum. Because we're healing the original wound, which was the split between, within the cosmic monad, within the 12 tribes, which are the twin flames, the original 12, aka 24, or +3, which is the 27, which are holding this template. And together, the twin flames, when each one of them has 72 strands of triple helix DNA, they make the full 144 supermonics of the Tree of Life, the music of the spheres, which is our original divine blueprint plus upgrades, because it's the cosmic quantum tree of life. So we're going super quantum, okay? And it's all or nothing. That's all I'm seeing. Now, how this might blend in, I don't know how this exactly is going to complete, but I really feel the physical pole shift is about to complete. How exactly that's going to look like, I don't know. Again, highest outcomes. Whenever anything is shaken in any kind of way, in shape or form, highest outcomes. You're holding your realities in place. This is a holographic reality. Think shape-shifting. Think you're in charge of the elements. You're at one with everything around you. The trees, the plants, the Wi-Fi towers, the cars, anything and everything. Ultimately, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay? And in the call, we're going to call this all forth and in, and talk it into existence more. And I'm looking forward to what's coming through in the activation. So yeah, exciting times. It's all completing. There's also a massive diamond white vortex that's clearing up any of the remaining energetic debris now from this final cleanup operation complete. I'm so happy. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And thank you to my beloved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we're about to get hit by a whole lot of plasma from these 33 M-class solar flares that have happened over the last few days. Now, not all of them are air-facing. They haven't forecasted anything, but some of that is definitely going to hit, I'd say. And there's also, I think, a solar coronal hole about to face Earth. But anyway, I feel that together, like a lot of geomagnetic activity and the solar flares, we still have a constant C-class solar flare baseline that nobody speaks about much anymore, because it's the new normal for almost a year now. So yeah, look forward to massive fireworks within and without. And it's all about the supernova of the heart event, however you want to call it. It's just basically our heart fully igniting and opening. It's fully our blueprint, our crystal body, our Kryst-Mass diamond rainbow plasma light body, your rainbow light body fully igniting. Okay, and light up to the earth. Let's do this. Those that believe they can change the world and can make it happen, they will. Okay, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. That's how powerful you are. So remember that you create the world through your mind, and obviously together with the heart, because that's how we create heart-based realities. Because if it's just the mind, we get these kind of disconnected realities. We don't want this anymore. No. So also, all masks come off now. All the cloaking technologies and artificial holographic overlays fully dissolve now. So this is also, I posted on this on my Twitter. Someone else posted a video someone made that really shows the cloning and the kind of just the holographic stuff that goes on, where you can see kind of copies everywhere running around, and you can see that not everything you're looking at is really real. Okay. And the example was like a basketball games. Basketball. So the real truth is being fully revealed now. That's all by us standing in our true, authentic self, speaking from our heart at all times. Okay. And align with our true self. So it's all about alignment. It's more about the frequency you hold than anything else. Yeah. But also we speak it. That's because obviously the throat chakra is the one thing that was really closed down. That's also what you see within the rainbow symbology. First of all, it has the light blue missing, the rainbow colors, and often it's in the wrong way around, because the red should be at the bottom and the purple at the top. That's then your chakra column. So if you look at, rainbow symbology, and it's also what you see sometimes in pictures, that's the firmament, the artificial sky. You see the rainbows again wrong, but if you sometimes see double rainbow, you sometimes see the upper one in the right way around. Again, it's all mirrors, looking at kind of mirrors in the sky. So the mirror in the sky is fully dissolving now. Any moment now. In the blink of an eye, all shall change. All right, we are ready. I think we can feel it. Who's with me? Let's do it. Let's make it memorable. Let's remember who we truly are. Our true history, our true memories are also going to be unlocked with the ignition, because it's connected to the crystalline core of the earth. Okay, I work with this all the time. And this is what ignites the crystalline caverns, the crystalline networks. This is basically Earth's heart. It's the cosmic heart. And it's basically, it's like the high heart of the cosmos. And Earth is the jewel of the cosmos, because again, we are carrying the genetics of all the star races combined, and we are basically rehabilitating all the races through us. Okay, and each one individual then had to decide for their own consciousness, experience, and decisions which path they're now going to take. Okay, service to self or service to all. Now, and again, don't worry, okay, about anyone, and also people who would not be ascending through and might need, they will also be receiving healing afterwards, okay? And ultimately, it's all, as the consciousness shifts again, everybody is being healed. The DNA is fully switching on. Again, depending on each one's consciousness as well and what they've already, ignited and healed. But ultimately, there is no more. As the consciousness collectively, the one shifts, you don't have disease and aging anymore, because it's down to, ancestral miasms and so forth, but it's really down to distortions within the DNA template, which are distortions within the consciousness. So it's basically thought forms and beliefs, or mental emotional imbalances. And also what's healing through the whole masculine, feminine merging and the divine union is the mental emotional body fully healing, the wall in time, the dimensional split, it's all healing. They're unifying everything, matter, antimatter, heaven and earth. And our higher and lower self, shadow and light. So we're dreaming all new worlds into being now, okay? We have co-created this mess, and now we're going to clean it up. We did. All right, now we're going to ignite all that is so beautiful as the memories ignite within the crystalline caverns and within our own bodies. Again, connected to our hearts. It's your high heart, your thymus, the crystal hearts, and that of the earth. And that together then ignites everything else in our memories. And that ignites the new realities, all right? So through our attention, we're constantly collapsing, co-creating the world. Okay, so use the power of your imagination, focus on attention very wisely right now. Collapse the realities that are no longer of interest to you right now. I mean, there are nothing more to support them. Again, follow your own guidance. If you're perceiving something, just code it or, overwrite it in what you want to see if it's not of liking to you. Because again, you are the co-creator of your reality. As you shift your perception, the way you see and perceive things, the way you look at change. Okay, so that's what's happening. So, and also heartfelt desire is also the source. So it's creation, the whole cosmos streaming through you and asking for it to become manifest. So when we are really, tuned into our heart, not like some crazy ego mind that is in deficit, but that's now fully dissolved, okay, and has dissolved into the oneness and into the sea of pure, true divine love that we all are and that all is, okay? So all these false, fear-based thought forms, like it's literally this whole deep cellular release of fear-based energies and memories that has happened today at the highest level. And that's fully completing. And that's also dissolving all of the remaining, those really, the shadow beings and entities and so forth. So we're done and dusted here. Enjoy the finale. We are ready for our full and final ascent. I hope you're excited. I am. I really am. And yeah, let's give it our best shot and see what happens. And then we just let go, okay? Because we create without attachment to outcome. We give it our best shot, but ultimately, again, it's up to many other things. What happens, when it happens, how it happens, all right? But just know the divine plan is in full force. It's all happening now. It has already happened. And that's what we're quantum merging, aligning, and syncing with now, okay? Full New Ascension Earth sync completion is on. Let's do this. Let's ignite this. Join me if you like. Otherwise, we're all connected in the field and it's happening always now. And thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If this has helped you and supported you. Yeah, someone asked me about the whole twin flame thing, if I knew more about it. So that's really all I've shared already. If I have maybe quickly a couple more things. So they will always mirror to each other. Again, as I said, what they both have, needed to still heal. And as they heal this within another, so kind of the advice you want to give to the other, you kind of need to integrate a little bit more yourself. So if you think they're afraid, you are also afraid. You might just be going about it in a different way. You just might be aware. So we all don't know what we don't know. And anyone else really that, we get triggered by in some way, shape or form helps us to see what we still need to heal. And they do this especially. And because there's so much love there, we've really been able to see one another for who we truly are. And that has been healing one another's morphogenetic field, and also we're healing one another's heart, because it's the split. Again, this also goes back to the Lion Stargate and the cataclysm and wars there, because it really has happened again, the split between the families, okay, the split between the masculine and feminine first of all, but then also between the 12 original tribes and star races and the Stargates. And that's how they blew up. So as this is now cosmically healed, the cosmic monad has healed, which is those 12 tribes, and then it's 24 and obviously 144 and infinite beyond that, okay? But everybody's part of that. The same as everybody came from source, all right? So we're all from the one tribe. And that's what the 13 is about. So it's 12 tribes, but then the 13 is the one tribe that the 12 came from, so to say. And that also represents the Holy Trinity and the Holy Grail and the Holy Family, which is the, Divine Father, Divine Mother, Divine Child. So, and we all carry this within our template now, and it's the Holy Trinity, the Tri-Veka, and the Trinity wave that's running through the fields now fully, that's overwriting all these reversals, these metatronic reversals and gender split reversals that have been running through the field, also through these hierogamic splitting technologies, and it's all down, okay, dusted, dissolved, and now it's just igniting new earth now, all right? So they basically carry out many missions. There are also things like, I do believe, or I experienced myself, that there are, I would say, different level twin flames. So if you see a monad, you would have basically, 12 souls, and then basically you would have 6 pairs of twin flames, so to say. And you could basically also, because you have other incarnations in, let's say, if you're an indigo, you will have more DNA strands. You will also have, for example, inner earth or parallel earth incarnations, and they're also kind of sets of twin flames, okay, from your core monad. So you might come across someone who feels or is basically a twin flame, but might not be your highest match on your journey. But they will serve, you know, basically you will have a contract with them, and all these contracts I see finishing now anyway, because all these missions have finished. We don't do contracts anymore, okay? And all these things, the same with karmic contracts, have all helped us heal our wounds and traumas, and they also play a big role in just healing basically the cosmic monad and different soul groups and different ancestral lines, as I'm being shown. So, you know, it's just like anyone we meet in life. We all have different keys and codes for one another, and we all, you know, help each other and meet each other in life when we're supposed to, and, you know, help each other heal a little bit, although sometimes it's hurting one another a little bit more and causing more trauma. So, you know, and that's also the difficult part, and to disconnect from that connection. And because energetically they're very intense, there's a lot that happens at an energetic and telepathic level. But I would say the higher twin flame, you just won't have any doubts, and there will be just the love will be so overpowering that you will always be drawn back to one another, I do believe. Then again, you know, I mean, where we've been so far, always obviously the ego and our traumas and wounds have like stood in the way, all right? But where we're going, because somebody has also asked us, yes, they're ultimately now with the shift, it's completing, it's healing all relationships across the board, because we're not going to be relating anymore like we did, as I said. So all of this is being healed, because this is the unity field, where we know ourselves as one with all. Okay, where we're going to live in unity, harmony, and balance with one another, which is what the twin flames also anchor with divine unions. And this then fully activates the field. That's the unity field. That's what we are anchoring. And again, all divine counterparts, and we're all part of these templates. And I don't like to categorize things as such, but yes, I mean, they have a very strong, I mean, your true twin flame, just, it will be so overpowering because they carry very important codes. Also, the higher coded you are, if those come together, I mean, they literally create and dissolve worlds, because that's the coding they carry. They came here to now ignite new Ascension Earth. That's why there has been so much interference and so much fuckery. But then also, obviously, all based on our own, you know, traumas and wounds that, you know, that have been targeted, so to say. You know, they know where to poke for sure. But that then also, you know, helps you heal. Anyway, whatever needs to happen, happened for us to reclaim our power. And so we have, okay? And again, it's the power of true divine love that ultimately heals all of this. And it's because the split also has caused all, you know, the trauma of the Lemurian Holocaust and the twin flames being split there, and the women were taken off to Nibiru for forced breeding programs, and the men were slaughtered. And this has created such a deep wound. It's that they coming together is what heals the original wound also. And then being able, because they've been blaming each other whilst they've also been feeling guilty, both sides. And it's all been projected, because they all keep projecting at one another, and we all do again, you know, all these unhealed wounds and things we can't see about ourselves to varying degrees. So now that we can see this, and when we deal with this, again, the new relationship patterns, and no longer, you know, have these unhealthy, energetic connections or attachments, and now we change them to healthy connections, you know, the whole field has shifted already. So this is enabling now for us to really come to true divine union, and for this no longer to play out, because this is what's creating the 0 point field, where there's no more push-pull, no more imbalance, where they're totally equal, because they're ultimately one. There's no more division between the masculine and feminine, because that's also where they had to go through the split, because they were in one androgynous body. So now the Christ Sapphira Diamond Rainbow Plasma Light body is an androgynous template, but you're still in a feminine or masculine body. And we're going to embody the new cosmic divine feminine and masculine and child archetypes more so than before, but they're also equal. Yeah, so different but equal, unique. So, but it's really androgynous. So, but we had to kind of split, had to heal the split, this original split in the trauma, to now come back together in unity, but while still being in separate bodies. But you're now in one unity field. So this is happening within the whole field. You're in a sovereign energy field now, but you're more connected, healthily connected than before with these unhealthy attachments and cords everywhere hanging, which we've been very busy cutting 100 million times. So up in flames they go, the diamond white flame. Any remnants are being sucked up by the white vortex. Okay, and we're done here. Now, what else do the twin flames do? So as their heart heals now and they come together, this ignites the ancient memories and new ascension nerve, because again, they carry the Edenic partisan keys and codes, and they also help, you know, give each other the keys and codes that they still need, because often the feminine, well, the theory I know of is feminine has about 66% of quantum and the masculine 33% of quantum. So that's also why the masculine needs to retrieve a whole lot more, or seems to be taking more time. Where the feminine already has more of her quantum, but you help each other to complete these keys and codes, and 1% is always a source. So, but together, again, you are, it's a whole template we're carrying for the planet, and the core cosmic monad and those ready now to fully ascend are what ignites the whole field. So I hope I have some of you on the call. And again, there's no, we're all connected to this, okay? So I don't like to be groupie or anything like this at all. I'm just doing the call. Also, this needs to be a safe container. And, you know, I want some kind of privacy in a certain way there, instead of having it all plastered on YouTube and all kinds of energies directed at that. So who wants to take part? They can take part. Sign up. The link is below. Anything else in the Twin Flames? Well, I mean, the true power of divine love is what's healing all. It's igniting everything. They have these missions to complete. Again, they heal ancestral lines. They heal all these karmic patterns, all these behavioral patterns. It's all these relationship templates, which again, the society is based upon, you know. It's first of all, the relationship we have with ourselves, then, you know, with one another, if we're in a relationship, and then the families, and the families is where society, you know, are at the core of society. So that's also why, again, families have been so heavily attacked to a certain degree, to, you know, and bring gender confusion and all of this nonsense in. So all of this is healing now. And yeah, and the Twin Flames have been basically leading this, and it's also connected to, again, the 12 original tribes and the Lion Stargate, and the, you know, split within the royal families, the lion families, and it's all healing now. I can see it. It's already happened, okay, energetically, and now we shall come together in the physical. I can feel a big gathering, a big cosmic reunion of the one, okay? It's here. So happy times. The party is on. It's time to dance. So let's do it. So much love. I leave it here. Can I think of anything else? No. I might some other day, but probably not, because we're done here. If I think of anything else, but ultimately only, you know, the whole twin flame thing is like, you know, you experience it as you walk through it. And it is the most challenging, but also most miraculous thing that could ever happen. And it's basically now we're returning back to the start, because these were the original twin flames in the Moria that have been, you know, carrying these original codes and keys. And it's like us returning back to the start and returning home again. So it's this ancient love story that is already happened at higher level, completed, and is now coming into manifestation. Again, this is all going to become, this is now the physical part, okay? So mental, emotional, spiritual levels, done. Now comes the physical. So let's get physical, so to say. All right, I leave it here. Enough for me and my jokes. All right, so much now. Many blessings. I see you on the call or some other way sometime. So much love. Bye-bye.